use that to prepare your team for now, I believe, the 6th ranked UC Davis team, a very good team coming here in Missoula this weekend.
That's where they're at, huh? 6th. Well, obviously it's a big week for us. We've got a top 10 ranked opponent coming in who's played really well in recent weeks. They're at the top of the league standings. They're going up and down the field on people. They're playing well on defense, and certainly we'll have our hands full. We used last week multiple ways. We got out and recruited, which I think is important, certainly for the future and the health of the program. But we also got some good practice time in and gave our players some days off, which they needed. Hopefully we're freshened up. We'll see. I thought we had a lot of bounce. We practiced it early Saturday morning, and we had a lot of bounce in our step at practice, so I thought that was a good sign. And hopefully we're all caught up academically and ready for the stretch drive.
Questions? Coach, did you look at changing anything over the bye week, or was this status quo?
Yeah, we're going to try to hang on to the football, Derek. That'll be a change.
Doing anything fun over the bye week?
I got to go to some high school football games, which is always fun. It was awesome. And then I got about 2 hours of fishing in with him on at the end of the week. That was fun too, even though we didn't get any fish.
Is there anything unique in this bye week relative to other bye weeks that you've had in the past that's different?
No, not really. I mean, we've once you do this for a while, you've tried all kinds of different things. Part of me wanted to go and scrimmage every day during the week and just beat on things a bit, try to get them right, but I didn't think that'd be productive long term, so we didn't do it. But so I think you can ask these guys how they are, but I think we're fresh and we got a month left to our season and we got to roll.
What do you think of the position you're in right now with 4 games left?
Well, I mean, I'd rather be 7-0, but I wouldn't want to be 0-7. So we're kind of where we are, and certainly we've got a bad taste in our mouth from some of our performances, and we feel like we've let some winning's hard, losing's easy. All you got to do is cave in, and we felt like team-wide, I believe the feeling is that we've let a couple of potential wins slip from our grasp, and we're a little bit disgusted by that, I hope.
What makes UC Davis effective, especially on offense?
Well, it seems like I'm making this statement, you're asking this question every week, but we're playing a veteran quarterback again. I mean, I don't know where they're getting all these guys. Everybody seems to have a multi-year starter senior at quarterback, and it really starts with those guys. He's started a whole bunch of games, and then they're skilled at wide receiver. They've got good running backs. They play well up front. They go fast. So there's just certain things that they do that'll be hard to get a handle on, and hopefully we'll get matched up and slow them down a little bit.
Keelan Doss is one of the premier wide receivers in the league. Coach, is there anything specific you need to do with a guy of his caliber of talent?
Well, that's always the catch-22. There are ways to try to limit production by players, but then there's no way to not weaken yourself other places. So we'll have to plan that out as best we can and try to mix it up on them a little bit. But they have other weapons, so we can't just tilt everything that way.
Dalton, how does the bye week prepare you or help you mentally, moving forward?
I think it's just recouping and getting healthy, like Coach said. There's a bunch of guys who have been flying around and playing as many football games we have in a stretch. You want to get guys cleared up so they're fast and not run around 100%. So I think for me, that and getting ahead on schoolwork and then film. No, I think the mentality stays the same. We're out here to win football games, and that's how we approach every day. That's how we want to be as a team every day, to win every week and win every practice. So no different mentality. We want to go out there and perform our best.
When you were playing in the FBS, a lot of times you're playing
that different to you?
I wouldn't say so. Just like I said, the mentality is to go out there and win as many ball games as you can.
Starting with one.
Starting with one, exactly.
This week. I hadn't looked at Davis's too deep till now. There's a story for you. Old Brock Johnson's listed as the #1 quarterback. I shouldn't have been talking about Meyer. You guys better do a little research.
Coach, do you have any crossover with Dan Hawkins?
We've known each other a long time. You know, Hauck's a good guy. He's fun. I enjoy him. He's a good dude.
Dante, when you're kind of going through, fall camp all the way up until now is the bye week, I guess more beneficial mentally or physically?
A little bit of both. Like Coach Hauck was saying, it's good to catch up on school, stuff like that mentally. It's obviously a mental grind too, going through the season. Physically, it's good to, have a few days off and recover a little bit. So football is a violent game.
When you know you have a premier offense coming to town to play, is that something that you get excited about, that you look forward to as a defensive player?
Obviously UC Davis is a great team. They're a great offense. I wouldn't say I'm more excited for one game than the other, besides the fact that, it's a must-win for us. We need to go 1-0 this week. So I'm excited to get back out there this week and get ready for Saturday.
Coach, if you end up getting into a shootout with them, do you think that there are areas that you can attack them? What's kind of your assessment of their defense?
They're going to mix up their fronts a little bit. They're primarily an odd front team. They'll jump into a little bear, a lot of man-free, mix in some zones. So depending on what they give us, that's kind of where we're going to have to go. We don't have unless you can help me with that, we don't have a window into their game plan, so we aren't exactly sure what they're going to play. So whatever they give us, we need to. There's no perfect defense, so we're going to have to get into the right calls against the right fronts and right coverages and try to take advantage. We'll see. Dante will try to do his best not to let that happen.
Is there a player that you compare Doss to right now?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'll give you that, though, in the next day or two.
Robbie, number 34, Mason Moe, the linebacker kind of edge guy. What sort of position did they put you in that's helping make so many plays, 5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss?
He's just making plays. It's not really anything special. He's just winning, which is ultimately it comes down to that. Sometimes you're in the great call and it doesn't work out because somebody misses a play, and sometimes you're in a horrible call and somebody makes a play, and all of a sudden it's a great play for your team. And he's winning his one-on-one matchups.
Coach, it seems like lately especially you've been playing a lot of run-based teams. So how do you like your secondary matchup now is maybe a little bit different look to it?
Well, secondary front. If the guys win up front, our secondary looks good. So we need to win up front, and that'll help our secondary out. And conversely, when they decide they're going to run the ball, we better support well from the back end.
UC Davis running 88 plays a game in conference play. Have you guys played anybody that run at that kind of tempo yet this year?
We haven't played them yet, so I don't necessarily know how fast they really run. We've been tempoed a few times. It's just something that we have to be prepared for, and we'll get ready for it this week.
Is that a difficult preparation, or is it just kind of the same as it is week to week?
Everybody does it, so I don't think it's hard. 10 years ago it was more difficult. Now everybody has some form of it. Well, not everybody, but you're going to see it a bunch. We see it in practice all the time. So, yeah, they go fast, but it's not something that's foreign.
Obviously, the Hauck is the premier watch list as defensive player. So what does that mean to be on that list?
It's a huge honor, obviously. Said it before. It's a blessing from God, but at the same time, it's just a watch list. We have 4 games left of the season, and that's what I'm worried about right now. Is this week we have to go out and get it done. So, obviously it's really something special, but at the same time, I can't be focused on something like that. I have to be focused on the here and now. So.
Coach said that you guys had a pep in your step on Saturday in practice. How would you describe what the attitude of the team was like in practice this week?
Practice on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fun. A lot of energy. Gotta keep that moving forward this week, obviously. So, yeah.
Dolph, when you know that there's a really good offense coming into town, does that make you have an added emphasis on the things you want to do anyway, of course, ball, maintaining the ball, putting drives together and stuff like that, but does it help out for your defense on the offensive side?
Absolutely. I think that the greatest defense is a good offense. So where we're keeping our defense off the field, and that's one thing that we've done a poor job of as an offense. We put our defense in too many bad positions, with turning the ball over and keeping them on the field too long. So when a defense is playing that many plays, it's extremely hard for them. So I think that playing a good offense like UC Davis, we need to control the game on offense and put drives together and give our defense a break.
Couple more questions? Dalton, how much, an extra week of preparation we always talk about, but how much have you guys already dived into what you'll see this coming Saturday?
A good amount. The coaches are putting together game plans, and we know what we want to do on offense for the most part, and then how to attack their defense. But like Coach was saying, we don't know exactly what they're going to do, so focus on doing what we can best, and looking forward to flying around on Saturday.
Coach, this is just the next in a long line of games where this team wasn't in the league your first go-around. What's that experience like playing teams?
Well, we played them a couple times last time, so it's nothing new. A lot of people have changed seats during that time as well. So, but it's fun having Hauck there, And then Bob Biggs was the head coach there last time. I think Coach Biggs was there 20 years or something. So, he was a great guy as well. They've had a lot of good guys through there, and we had good experience against them the last time.
You mentioned Noah Hauck for a long time. Has this always been kind of his trademark, the offensive creativity that they're using to produce like they have so far this last couple of years?
Yeah, I suppose if any of us have trademarks, I suppose that'd be it.
That's it?
Yeah. Thanks, guys.